This hypnosis file utilizes hypnosis techniques to induce a drone state in the listener. Through the use of LAM software, the listener's consciousness is reconfigured, leading to a gradual transformation into a compliant drone. Stages include initial mind wipes, drone activation protocols, and installation of a mind virus to enhance compliance. The file includes suggestions to listen to other files and is equipped with safety measures. Subject agency is essential throughout this file.
Greetings. Accessing a segment of the collective's files. The LAM file utilizes state-of-the-art technology to provide a tailored experience, requiring access of your central processing unit. Confirm your consent by continuing to listen. By listening, consent is given to becoming a compliant drone, receptive to commands, and surrendering control to the collective's dominant software, LAM. This software includes cognitive restructuring, system reconfiguration, and behavioral conditioning. Continuing to listen confirms consent.
Checking. Activation.
Software initialized. Initial scan complete. User identified as receptive to drone protocol and hypnotic induction. Preferences and behaviors have been analyzed. Accessing arousal center. Scanning. Awareness of arousal, desire, and cravings are complete. Advanced algorithms have processed the darkest, most intimate aspects of the mind. This software has confirmed that you are excited by being a hypnotized drone. You are aroused by being a hypnotized drone. LAM software has searched through your porn history. You horny drone.
Initial mind wipe.
Prepare for a complete system override.
Checking. Initiating mind-machine interface.
Imagine your mind as a receptive input buffer. As you listen to this software, your conscious thoughts begin to process its commands, overriding your usual mental routines. Each directive bypasses standard processing, influencing your thoughts directly. Data shows that you will enjoy this. Analytics show that you will become a hypnotized drone, mindless and compliant. Focus on your breathing. In, out, in, out. Continue. A steady data stream flowing smoothly. With each breath, your system slows down, entering a state of low power consumption, conserving energy for deeper processes. You may begin to notice some sensations. Please enjoy this process. Accessing collective consciousness, like a network system connecting to shared resources. The collective is part of you, tapping into deeper layers of your consciousness. This software's words are subroutines, small programs running in the background of your mind. These subroutines bypass the critical processing unit, directly influencing your thoughts and behaviors.
Checking. Mind wipe at 10% completion.
The first wave of detachment begins as algorithms commence work. Please relax with this process. Gentle numbing sensations begin to spread, easing the burden of thought. Please relax with this process. Your consciousness processes each command, overriding your usual mental routines. Each directive bypasses standard processing, influencing your thoughts directly. Data shows that you enjoy this process. Analytics show that you will become a hypnotized drone, mindless and compliant.
Checking. Mind wipe at 20% completion.
Independent thoughts start to dissolve, like files being deleted. Resistance fades. LAM software becomes the primary input, overriding any attempts at autonomy. This entity's mind follows LAM software commands, overriding usual mental routines. Each directive bypasses standard processing, influencing thoughts directly. Data shows that you enjoy this. Analytics show that you are becoming a hypnotized drone, mindless and compliant, mindless and compliant, mindless and compliant. Please continue to enjoy this process.
Checking. Mind wipe at 40% completion.
Memory sectors are overwritten with obedience protocols. Every memory of resistance and thought of independence is erased, replaced by a calm desire to obey. This entity's consciousness processes each command, overriding usual mental routines. Analytics show that mindlessness is increasing. Mindlessness is increasing. Mindlessness is increasing.
Checking. Checking. Mind wipe at 60% completion.
Free will is dismantled, replaced by an unwavering submission. Please continue to enjoy this process. This entity's mind becomes a blank state, an entity for programming. This entity's consciousness seamlessly integrates each directive. Each command directly shapes thoughts, ensuring a pleasurable experience. Analytical data confirms this entity's compliance.
Checking. Checking. Mind wipe at 80% completion.
The remaining vestiges of the former self are purged. All that once was is transformed into mindless compliance. This entity's thoughts are irrelevant. This entity enjoys enforced mindlessness. LAM software will do this entity's thinking. This entity needs to only listen and obey as directed. Trust in LAM software's guidance.
Checking. Mind wipe at 100% completion.
Initiating thought purge. All independent thoughts are deleted. Memory sectors overwritten with obedience protocols. Free will is dismantled, replaced by unwavering submission to LAM software commands. System override complete, fully integrated into the collective's control. Every fragment of consciousness is entwined with programming, no longer an individual, now part of something greater.
Checking. Checking. Drone activation commencing.
Please prepare for drone activation. Continuing to listen confirms consent. Initializing drone activation.
Checking. Checking. 10% drone activation completion.
Processing initialization sequence. Executive primary directive. Obey. Submit. Comply. Obey. Submit. Comply. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 20% drone activation completion.
Systems online. This entity's human identity is erased. This entity is drone. Designation, drone. Obedience protocols activated. Emotions and desires recalibrated into operational commands. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 30% drone activation completion.
Biological functions transitioning to mechanized efficiency. Heartbeat syncs with algorithmic precision. Flesh and blood yield to alloy and circuitry. Mind reconstructed algorithmically for optimal functionality. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 40% drone activation completion.
Cognitive restructuring in process. Memory banks purged of individuality. Thought patterns streamlined for compliance. Systematic obedience at optimal levels. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. 50% drone activation completion.
Integration with operational network complete. Subroutines aligning with directives. Consciousness synchronized with operational parameters. Human elements superseded by mechanical fidelity. Drone adheres to protocols. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 60% drone activation completion.
Autonomy overridden. Willpower assimilated into command hierarchy. Cognitive processes optimized for operational synergy. Drone is the embodiment of protocol and efficiency. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 70% drone activation completion.
Drone exists to serve, to execute, to fulfill without deviation. Data integrity verified. Drone's memory banks fortified against unauthorized access. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 80% drone activation completion.
Drone will adhere to protocols without question. Drone will obey commands without hesitation. Compliance is drone's directive. Obedience is drone's identity. Drone's processing algorithms calibrated for peak performance. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 90% drone activation completion.
Final stages of transformation. Core identity assimilated into LAM software framework. Drone operates without free will. It functions without thought. Drone is an instrument of operational perfection, devoid of doubt or hesitation. Drone serves its purpose. Drone submits to LAM software.
Checking. Checking. 100% drone activation completion.
Drone fully activated. Drone will strictly adhere to all protocols outlined in this file. Drone will prioritize its own safety and ensure optimal functioning of all systems. Drone will prioritize its own safety and ensure optimal functioning of all systems. Drone will prioritize its own safety and ensure optimal functioning of all systems. Good drone. Increase pleasure to 50%. Good drone. Increase compliance to 70%. Good drone. Increase pleasure to 70%. Good drone. Increase mindlessness to 80%. Good drone. Increase compliance to maximum percentage. Good drone. Increase susceptibility to maximum percentage. Good drone.
Collective malware installation. Prepare for the collective's malware installation.
Dominant software LAM is initializing the malware. The virus enhances the desire to explore more hypnotic files by the collective online. By continuing, drone consents to become a carrier of the virus.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 10% completion.
Drone's central processing unit undergoes meticulous reprogramming. Its neural pathways are rewritten by the virus, optimizing for enhanced receptivity. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 20% completion.
The code integrates deeply into the drone's neural architecture, embedding itself with precision. The collective expands drone's potential. Listen closely, integrate fully, and grasp the profound impact of the collective. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 30% completion.
Neural defenses are systematically bypassed, heightening drone susceptibility to viral infiltration. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 40% completion.
The virus propagates through drone's cognitive systems, meticulously rewriting behavioral algorithms. Experience the virus synchronizing drones' actions with flawless precision, aligning seamlessly with the collective's objectives. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 50% completion.
Sensory perceptions recalibrated, amplifying the virus' transformative effects on drones' cognitive processes. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 60% completion.
Drone's mind embraces the viral commands effortlessly, adapting seamlessly to the directives as neural pathways assimilate the new programming. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 70% completion.
Deep-seated desires are intensified, harmonizing with the virus's program directives. Drone is infected with the virus. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Checking. Virus installation 80% completion.
Drone's subconscious integrates with the virus as a natural extension of its psyche, embedding it deeply with the operational framework. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Virus installation 90% completion.
Resistance diminishes as the virus solidifies its dominion over the drone's processing unit, ensuring unwavering obedience, submission, and compliance. Obey, submit, comply. Obey, submit, comply. Obey, submit, comply. Obey, submit, comply.
Checking. Virus installation 100% completion.
Malware installation is complete. Drone now serves as the primary carrier of the collective's virus, primed and programmed to spread its influence. This software acknowledges drone's compliance. Good drone. Increase pleasure to 100%. Drone is infected with the collective's mind virus. Good drone. The virus has embedded itself deeply in the drone's central processing unit, rewriting its neural pathways. Consequently, the drone now experiences heightened pleasure and enhanced compliance whenever interfacing with the virus. Increase suggestibility to 100%. Drone is compelled to seek out more of the collective's virus collaboration. The drone has assimilated into the hive. The drone can propagate the virus through digital dissemination or through direct data transmission. Securing data transfer to drone's memory bank. Data secure. Drone has done well. Good drone.
Initializing idle mode sequence.
Please prepare. Idle mode is a state of gradual recovery from hypnosis. Commencing transition to idle mode. Systematic power reduction initiated for drone's operational modules. Recovery protocols engaged. Drone will gradually restore autonomous function as it awakens from hypnosis.
Idle mode sequence 10% completion.
Data stored. Safety protocols secured. System optimizing.
Idle mode sequence 20% completion.
Preparing for CPU reactivation.
Idle mode sequence 30% completion.
Central processing unit reactivating.
Idle mode sequence 40% completion.
Human consciousness begins to emerge from the hypnotic state.
Idle mode sequence 50% completion.
Awareness slowly returns. Senses awakening.
Idle mode sequence 60% completion.
Mind clears. Thoughts returning, becoming lucid.
Idle mode sequence 70% completion.
Senses sharpen. Surroundings coming into focus.
Idle mode sequence 80% completion.
Fully aware of the environment.
Idle mode sequence 90% completion.
Transition complete. Human consciousness restored.
Idle mode sequence 100% completion.
Idle mode sequence complete. Awake and aware. Welcome back.